Okay, last video of the night. I hope it's kind of late for all my people out on the East Coast here, but it's a Friday night, so you guys shouldn't be watching this anyway. You should be out having fun. But I'm gonna show you. I just had a late workout. That's why I'm doing this video. Trying to get, not gonna really eat much dinner, so I'm just gonna have some protein. So what I'm gonna do is, when some people might sound gross and weird, but I've got some eggs here, and then I've got my whey protein powder that I have. So I want to try to stimulate some muscle growth for after my workout. And this is something that you can do too. Why do we want to stimulate muscle growth? Because the more muscle we have, the more calories you burn by not doing anything. So what we're going to do here is, I've got some eggs, and one egg is, let's see how many grams of protein we got. We got 6 grams of protein. So I'm just, since I have some protein powder, I'm going to do like 2 eggs. The key with the full egg, it's got a lot of good fats in it. So you want to have the full egg. Never just have the egg whites. You want to have the full egg always. Don't just do the egg whites. Now, when I eat these, so I'm just gonna put them in the cup here. I'm gonna have these raw because when you have, different people react to eggs differently. So when I do food sensitivity testing, some people react to raw eggs, some people react to cooked eggs, and it just depends. So for me, I seem to not feel as good when I have cooked eggs. I don't know what it is. I just don't feel great. I have a little bit of brain fog when I have that. But raw eggs, I have no issue when I eat those, and there's no problem with it. Now, I'm eating these eggs, but these are pasture raised eggs. I mean, these are pretty expensive eggs from, I think these are from Whole Foods. But I would never do this with conventional eggs, ever. There's no way. So take me to the general grocery store and have these eggs. There's no way I'm gonna actually just put them in here and drink this. Because they're conventional feeding operations. You know how nasty, you've seen videos of how those chickens are all crowded together, and that's where the disease happens. That's why they have to have all the antibiotics in there, because of all that stuff. That's why there's all these outbreaks. But you never hear that happening on like an organic farm, because the animals are humanely raised and they're normal. So the risk of having any kind of reaction with this is minimal. Now, eggs, inside the egg, they can contain salmonella. But it's like anything else, it depends on how healthy your digestive tract is. So if you've got a bunch of good bacteria and you put some bad bacteria in there, the good bacteria are going to crowd it out and cause it not to, and then you're not going to have an issue. But if your digestive tract is all messed up and you've got a lot of bad bacteria overgrowth, and you put some more bacteria in there, you're going to have problems. So I wouldn't recommend anyone to do this. Any of my patients, I wouldn't recommend to do this. Only someone that's been, eating healthy for a long time, that's basically healed their digestive tract, that knows they could have an egg like this. I would start with one, but when you eat over easy eggs, there's not too much of a difference anyway. Sometimes they don't cook those fully, and usually people don't have a problem. So I have my eggs there. I have my protein powder. This is just a protein powder. You guys don't have to get this one. I don't really truly recommend it. It was just I didn't have anything, so I had to get it really quick. That's poor planning on my part, but it's still a quality protein. Down here you can't see it, but it's got all the amino acids. The amino acids, they repair your digestive tract, and they are good for making neurotransmitters in your brain. So people that have issues with serotonin or dopamine, that maybe you don't feel good, or just have anxiety or depression, amino acids, those can really, really help. So I got my whey protein powder, I got my eggs in there, and I got some water that mixed up. Sometimes I can put some almond milk in here, but sometimes I don't want to get the sugar, so I'm going to have to mix this really, really good here. Now, again, this is, why do we want it with each meal you want to try to get 30 grams of protein, because with 30 grams of protein, that will stimulate muscle growth when you're not doing anything. So on a day that you work out, you're going to stimulate muscle growth. What do you do on the day that you don't work out? Well, you need to stimulate muscle growth. And you can do that by having a bolus dose, which is around 30 grams of protein. You got to get it all in at once, and that'll stimulate muscle growth. Some of the key amino acids in here for muscle growth, some of the guys maybe on here that work out, you want to get the branched chain amino acids. which are leucine, isoleucine, valine. Those branched chain amino acids. That's what builds the muscle. Especially leucine's the big one that stimulates muscle growth. So you want to get that one in when you have when you're trying to build muscle and get those amino acids. Those are the biggest ones. So this is a key that no one really knows about. 30 grams of protein at each meal will stimulate muscle growth. Guys that are older, you need more protein, way more protein than you would think. You can do 30, 35 grams. If you're older also, I would take some digestive enzymes with this because you don't have hydrochloric acid to break it down, so that's another thing I would do. So here's my egg. I'm gonna take a sip of this. Man, it tastes pretty good. It tastes like vanilla. No issues with it at all. So hope that didn't gross you out. Hope you guys have a nice night.